You just got diagnosed with chronic kidney disease. You panic. You immediately throw away the junk food, you vow to eat clean, and you start piling your plate with massive spinach salads, avocado toast, and ripe tomatoes. You feel proud, you think you're finally doing the right thing. But when your next blood test comes back, your doctor looks alarmed. Your potassium and phosphorus are through the roof. Why? Because you are accidentally poisoning your kidneys with healthy food. Before we dive into this critical dietary shift, I need to be clear. I am not a doctor, this video is for educational purposes only. Always consult your physician before starting any supplement, new exercises or diet program. If you're watching this, you're likely scared, confused, and trying desperately to do the right thing. First, I want you to know this: you did what most people do. You trusted that healthy equals safe. That assumption is exactly what I'm here to bust, gently, scientifically, and without blame. Today I'm going to expose the renal diet paradox. What's healthy for most people can be dangerous when your kidneys are damaged. This isn't moralizing, it's mechanical. Your kidneys are biological filters. When those filters are damaged, they cannot clear certain minerals that normally leave your body in the urine. Those minerals, potassium and phosphorus, can build up in your blood and become toxic. I'm not here to terrify you more, I'm here to arm you with clear, practical knowledge so your next grocery trip isn't a minefield. Over the next few minutes I'll explain, in plain language, why those superfoods you grabbed might be hurting you, and how to make safe, kidney-friendly swaps. This video is the beginning of a calm, science-based plan to protect your remaining nephrons and manage your numbers without shame. Here's the roadmap for this first section. I'll show you the mechanical reality, how a broken filter fails to remove potassium and phosphorus. I'll explain the immediate dangers these minerals pose. And I'll reveal the 5 common, healthy, foods that are high risk for CKD stages 2 to 4, foods you probably trusted. After that, we'll move into safe, practical alternatives and step-by-step swaps so you still enjoy food and protect your kidneys. I know you may feel overwhelmed. That's normal. The information you're about to hear is not a punishment, it's power. If you're worried about blame or feeling guilty for past choices, stop. This is a biochemical problem, not a moral one. Your kidneys were damaged by disease processes, not by eating one salad. What matters now is safe, accurate information and the right plan. Alright, next, we'll look under the hood. What exactly breaks in the kidney filter, why potassium and phosphorus build up, and what that does to your heart, bones, and energy. Stick with me. This knowledge will change the way you shop and cook, and it will protect your remaining kidney function. Alright, let's open the hood and look at the mechanical problem. Your kidneys are not mysterious, they're a network of tiny filters called nephrons. Each nephron is a microscopic unit with a glomerulus, a tuft of capillaries, that filters blood, and a tubule that fine-tunes what's returned to the bloodstream versus what's sent out as urine. Think of millions of tiny sieves working together to keep the chemistry of your blood stable. When people say, "My kidneys are damaged," what they usually mean is many of these nephrons are scarred or lost. That lowers your overall filtration ability, commonly measured as the estimated glomerular filtration rate, or eGFR, and it reduces how much potassium and phosphorus you can safely remove from the bloodstream. This isn't an opinion, it's basic renal physiology and the reason CKD changes diet recommendations. In a healthy kidney, when you eat potassium and phosphorus, those minerals travel in your blood, the nephrons filter them, and excess is peed out. But when nephron count and function drop, the body can't clear extra potassium or phosphorus as efficiently. The short story: what used to be harmless or even beneficial can accumulate to toxic levels in the blood if your kidneys can't keep up. Let's talk potassium first. Potassium is essential. It helps your nerves fire and your muscles contract, including your heart muscle. But blood potassium is tightly regulated. Too much potassium, hyperkalemia, changes the electrical activity of the heart. That can cause dangerous arrhythmias, slow the heart, or in severe cases, lead to cardiac arrest. That's why doctors treat high potassium as an urgent issue. Now phosphorus. Phosphorus is in every cell and is crucial for energy, DNA, and bones. But when phosphorus builds up in the blood, the body tries to hide the problem by pulling calcium out of bone and hanging phosphorus calcium deposits in soft tissues and arteries. Over time, this creates bone weakness and vascular calcification, which raises the risk for heart disease and stroke in people with CKD. Managing phosphorus is therefore a major part of protecting your bones and heart when your kidneys are impaired. You may be thinking, okay, that's scary, but how quickly does this happen? It depends on how damaged your kidneys are, what medications you take, and how much potassium and phosphorus you eat or drink. For many people with CKD stages 2 to 4, the danger isn't an immediate catastrophe after one meal. It's a steady build-up when a diet constantly overshoots what the damaged filter can excrete. That's why dietary patterns matter more than single meals. A few clinical points you should hold on to. 1. Potassium levels are measured in the blood, mmol/L. Values above roughly 6.0 mmol/L are considered dangerous and often need rapid action. 2. Phosphorus is measured in milligram per deciliter. High levels stimulate hormones, PTH and FGF23, that worsen bone and heart outcomes over time. These lab numbers guide your treatment and your diet. That's why you need tailored guidance, not generic, eat clean rules. Another critical point: not all phosphorus and potassium act the same. The body absorbs potassium from whole foods differently than from salt substitutes or supplements. Phosphorus in processed foods is often added as inorganic phosphate, and your gut absorbs that form much more completely than phosphorus bound naturally inside grains and beans. That means two diets with the same phosphorus on paper can have very different effects depending on food source. Food choices, preparation, and hidden additives matter. So the bottom line of this section: CKD damages the filters, nephrons, reducing your ability to clear potassium and phosphorus. Those minerals can silently build up and damage your heart and bones if left unchecked. That's the biology behind the renal diet paradox. What's healthy for most bodies can be dangerous when the filter is broken. Next, we'll take that biology into the grocery aisle. I'll show you the 5 common, healthy foods that are often the worst offenders for CKD. Now that we understand the broken filter and why potassium and phosphorus matter, let's walk the grocery aisle that's secretly dangerous for people with CKD. I'm going to name 5 widely trusted, healthy foods that commonly cause trouble, explain exactly why they're risky, and give a clear mental rule so you can spot them in the future. This is not shaming, it's triage. The goal is to reduce the filtration burden on your remaining nephrons. Important framing before we start: the degree of risk from these foods depends on your eGFR, your most recent lab numbers, and the medications you take. Always confirm with your kidney care team. That said, for many people with CKD stages 2 to 4, these 5 foods are frequent culprits because they deliver concentrated potassium or phosphorus, or both, in a single serving. Avocados are marketed as a heart-healthy, anti-inflammatory superfood, and they are, for most people. But they're also a surprisingly large source of potassium. Half a medium avocado can deliver roughly the same or more potassium than a medium banana, hundreds of milligrams in one serving. That much potassium in a few bites can push vulnerable CKD patients toward high blood potassium if eaten regularly. If you eat avocados daily or large portions, you may be unintentionally adding a heavy and repeated load your kidneys can't clear. Practical rule for avocados: small amounts occasionally may be okay depending on your labs, but don't assume healthy equals safe. If your potassium is trending high, swap avocado for a small drizzle of olive oil or a few olives, which are lower potassium per typical serving. Bananas are the poster child for potassium. A medium banana contains several hundred milligrams of potassium, enough that, Combined with other high-K foods, a single day can exceed what damaged kidneys can remove. People often reach for bananas as an easy, healthy snack. For many CKD patients, that habit needs to be replaced with lower potassium fruit choices. Swap idea. Instead of a banana, try a small handful of blueberries or strawberries. They're much lower in potassium per typical serving and satisfy the sweet snack urge without the same filtration cost. Fresh tomatoes have potassium, but the real risk comes from concentrated tomato products, tomato sauce, paste, sun-dried tomatoes, and ketchup. These pack the minerals into a much smaller serving size, and people consume them in sauces, soups, and stews, turning a single meal into a high potassium hit. If you're a fan of tomato-based pasta sauces, marinades, or concentrated tomato juices, those can push blood potassium higher than you expect. Simple rule for tomatoes: watch for concentrated forms and large servings. If you love Italian food, favor white sauce dishes or use a small amount of fresh diced tomato rather than jarred sauce, and monitor portions carefully. Spinach and chard are often at the top of superfood lists because they're nutrient-dense. For CKD patients, they pose two problems. First, cooked spinach is surprisingly high in potassium. For example, a small half-cup cooked portion can contain a large amount of potassium compared with many other vegetables. Second, spinach and chard are rich in oxalates, compounds that can increase the risk of certain kidney stones and can make mineral handling more complicated. That combination makes these leafy greens a risky daily staple for many people with impaired kidney function. If you love greens, consider lower potassium, lower oxalate options like kale or bok choy in moderation, and discuss with your dietitian whether you should limit cooked spinach servings or use specific cooking methods that reduce soluble oxalates. We'll cover practical swaps and leaching techniques in the next section. Whole grains, brown rice, bran cereals, many whole grain breads are often recommended for heart and metabolic health. But they also contain higher amounts of naturally occurring phosphorus than refined grains. Importantly, phosphorus from plant sources is partially bound and less well absorbed than the inorganic phosphates found in many processed foods, but whole grains still increase the phosphorus content of a meal. For a person with failing kidneys, frequent high phosphorus meals make it difficult to keep blood phosphorus in a safe range. Over time, that raises bone and cardiovascular risks. Practical grain rule: when you're managing CKD, white rice and refined breads often have lower phosphorus per typical serving and may be safer swaps for a time, especially if your phosphorus labs are high. That doesn't mean whole grains are bad for everyone, but when the kidneys are compromised, the trade-offs change. Always individualize. Quick recap: avocados and bananas, high potassium; tomatoes, especially concentrated forms, concentrated potassium; spinach and chard, potassium plus oxalates; whole grains and brown rice, higher phosphorus load. These foods are nutritious for many people, but with a damaged filter, portion size, frequency, and food form make all the difference. If you're facing CKD stages 2 to 4, treat these 5 items as high priority red flags until you know where your labs stand and have a renal specific plan. Next up, the roadmap: how to eat safely without feeling deprived. I'll show exact swaps, meal ideas, and practical kitchen tricks, including leaching, so your next grocery run protects your kidneys rather than overwhelms them. Okay, you've seen the biology, and you know the 5 healthy foods that commonly cause trouble. Now the real question: so what can I actually eat without slowly hurting my heart or bones? That's where a careful, renal-specific plan becomes life-saving in practice. Not because it performs miracles, but because it reduces the filtration burden and helps you manage your numbers reliably. I get it. When your world narrows to lab results, food can feel like a landmine. The truth: you don't need to be perfect, you need a plan that's specific to your kidneys, your labs, and your life. That's exactly what the Chronic Kidney Disease Solution is designed to do. It's an educational blueprint and step-by-step roadmap, not a miracle cure. Its goal is to help you protect your remaining nephrons, support kidney function where possible, and reduce the day-to-day workload your kidneys face. Here's what the program actually teaches, practical modules you can use immediately. 1. Personalized lab interpretation. How to read your potassium, phosphorus, and eGFR trends so you know what to change and when to call your care team. 2. Portion first meal rules. Exact portion sizes and frequency guidance so a single meal doesn't become a chronic overload. 3. Smart swaps and recipes. Kidney-friendly alternatives that still taste good. Think cabbage, berries, white rice, safe greens. 4. Kitchen techniques. Leaching and preparation methods that lower potassium in potatoes and other veggies. 5. Shopping lists plus meal templates so you don't guess at the grocery store. Importantly, the plan is individualized. It's not, eat this and be fine. It teaches how to adapt choices to your eGFR, recent labs, and medications. For example, if your potassium is trending up, the plan shows exactly which fruit and vegetable swaps to make and how to adjust portions so you still get variety and nutrients without chronically overloading your filter. If your phosphorus is high, it lays out how to reduce phosphorus density per meal and spot hidden phosphate additives. The program also includes simple tracking tools, a one-page daily food log and a lab trend sheet, so you and your clinician can see whether dietary changes actually move the needles. That data-driven approach is what prevents guesswork from turning into harm. You'll know what's safe for you, not someone else. If you're exhausted by confusion and want a clear, step-by-step blueprint that reduces the guesswork and helps you protect your remaining kidney function, the chronic kidney disease solution was created for that exact need. It's educational, full of swaps, recipes, shopping lists, and practical kitchen hacks, and it's designed to work with your medical team, not replace them. In the next section, I'll teach one kitchen skill you can use tonight: how to leach a potato to remove potassium, plus 3 sample low-burden meals you can make this week. Stick around. These are small moves that protect your numbers and help your kidneys breathe a little easier. And remember, this program is about managing your numbers and protecting your remaining nephrons, not promising impossible outcomes. Your care team and lab work remain the final authority. We're in the home stretch. You've learned the mechanical reality. Damaged nephrons mean a reduced ability to clear potassium and phosphorus. You've met 5 well-meaning, healthy foods that can become hazards: avocados, bananas, concentrated tomato products, spinach, chard, and whole grains like brown rice. Now let's finish with 3 small, practical actions you can use tonight to protect your numbers. Habit number 1. Leach high potassium vegetables. This is a simple, time-tested kitchen trick. Cut potatoes or other starchy vegetables into small pieces, soak them in plain water for at least 2 hours, or overnight, then rinse and cook in fresh water. That process removes a surprising amount of soluble potassium and lowers the load your kidneys must handle. Try it with potatoes, sweet potatoes, and some root vegetables. It can make a real difference. Quick meal ideas you can make this week. 1. White rice bowl with grilled chicken, sautéed cabbage, and a small handful of berries for dessert. 2. Stir-fried bok choy with lean protein and a modest portion of white rice. 3. Overnight oats made with water and cinnamon. Watch portion size, and a few blueberries. These keep potassium and phosphorus lower while still offering protein, fiber, and taste. If you want structured help, exact swaps, printable shopping lists, lab interpretation tools, and step-by-step recipes, check the link in the description for the chronic kidney disease solution. It's an educational blueprint that helps you reduce the filtration workload, manage your numbers, and partner with your medical team. Not a promise of a cure, but a practical guide to safer, smarter eating for CKD. One last important note: please, don't take this as medical advice. I am not a doctor. This video is for educational purposes only. Always consult your physician or your kidney care team before changing your diet, starting supplements, or adjusting medications. Your labs and clinicians are the final authority. Use this program to inform those conversations, not replace them. You're not alone in this. Small, informed steps, leaching, smart swaps, watching portions, and tracking labs add up to protect your remaining nephrons and give you more control. If this video helped, like, subscribe, and click the link to learn more. I'll see you in the next video where we'll demonstrate the leaching technique, live and prepare 3 full kidney-friendly meals. Take care.